welcome to another episode of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, and I'm here to bring you all the latest news in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's Tuesday, February 10th, 2015, and let's get to it. We're less than a month away from the bodybuilding world converging on Columbus, Ohio, where some of the world's top athletes will take the stage and do battle for a chance to win one of the sport's most prestigious titles. And as we try to look ahead and forecast who's going to emerge as some of the show's big winners, it's hard to ignore the athlete who may be the biggest X factor in the entire competition, Lionel Iggy. Iggy released some new training footage from a back training session over the weekend, and from what we can see, he appears to be dialing things in as he heads into the final leg of his contest prep. Iggy certainly has all the tools to make some major noise on stage, but as always, his name comes with an asterisk next to it that states, if he shows up in condition. Well, if he does, watch out for the extremely dangerous Frenchman. There's no more impressive lift in the gym than a gut-wrenching, brutally strong deadlift. And at this past weekend's LA Fit Expo, former NPC collegiate bodybuilding overall champion Jonathan Irizarry put on a very impressive display of strength in front of a full crowd of raucous fans. In the video, we see Irizarry tackle a monstrous 625-pound deadlift for 8 savage reps, with no belt, no straps, wearing little more than a t-shirt. Since his win at the Collegiates back in 2011, Irizarry has been a bit of an enigma, taking long breaks away from the stage. But perhaps with a bit of newfound motivation, 2015 will be the year he finally rekindles the flame for competition, sets up his focus, and makes a serious run for his IFBB Pro card on an NPC national stage. After a 7th place finish at last year's Arnold Classic, it looks like Ben Pukowski is doing his best to turn things around and come in at his all-time best. Pukowski is the owner of some of the most impressive legs in bodybuilding, but he's caught more than his fair share of criticism over the years for having a lower body that outmasses and outclasses the rest of his physique. But it appears that Pukowski is going all out this year trying to improve on his weaknesses. And in a video released from a recent arm training session, we can see the Canadian powerhouse putting in some serious work on an area that has been a major scourge for him throughout his career. Pukowski was one of the most conditioned athletes in last year's contest, and if he can replicate that level of conditioning while showing improvements in the right places, he certainly stands a chance to challenge for a spot in the elite top 5. Less than a month away from making his 2015 debut on the Arnold Classic stage, Michael Kafanios is looking shredded. We last saw the Greek powerhouse at the IFBB Russian Pro, where he took home a very respectable 9th place finish, which gave him his 4th top 10 finish of the year. Kafanios is one of the few athletes in the sport who routinely nails his conditioning and comes in sliced and diced. But there's little doubt he'll have his work cut out for him in a lineup full of genetic superstars. But time and time again, we've learned that shows are won and lost on conditioning, and Kafanios has that in spades. So don't be surprised to see the Aussie favorite make his presence felt in Columbus, Ohio in less than 4 weeks. Longtime fans of RX Muscle are probably familiar with the name Dr. Mordecai Blau. Dr. Blau is one of the top board-certified plastic surgeons in the country and has made a name for being the nation's foremost expert on gynecomastia surgery, which is the removal of breast tissue in men. Recently, Dr. Blau was featured in the official journal of the American Society of Plastic Surgeons and in the February issue of Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. In the article, researchers highlight Dr. Blau's unprecedented success with gynecomastia surgery as it relates to bodybuilders, and it highlights some of the techniques he used to set himself apart from his peers and become the industry standard. If you're considering having gynecomastia surgery or want more information on Dr. Blau and his practice, be sure to visit his website at cosmetic-md.com or call his office for an appointment at 914-428-6147. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the Muscle Central forum of rxmuscle.com for all the latest news, interviews, and strong opinions from the world of bodybuilding.